Hello, my friends. Welcome to the stories of Panchatantra. Stories as old as literature itself, a legend as legendary as its preamble. Authored more than 2 millennials back, they remain a streaming source of wisdom, clarity, and chivalry. The creation of the stories of Panchatantra. Somewhere in the south, there was a city named Mahilaropya, ruled by the king Amar Shakti, who was as valiant as he was gentle, a true patron of arts. He had three sons by the name of Bahu Shakti, Ugra Shakti, and Anant Shakti. Though for a respected and learned king, he raised rather unwise and immodest children as a father. He was getting exasperated thinking of what the future holds for his kingdom. One evening, losing all hope, he decided to call upon his minister for deliberation. He remarked, "It is better to be childless than such imprudent children. Losing a child will hurt for once, but such children are a curse, a constant source of suffering and shame." He pondered, "Our state, our patron of knowledge, is filled with thousands of statesmen, craftsmen, and policy experts. Cannot there be a way to educate these worthless princes, to let them excel in wisdom and learning?" The ministers knew the problem on hand. The council discussed, ideas were thrown and rejected, possibilities were raised and quelled, suggestions were made and laid bare. Finally, a minister, Sumati, with approval from the council, reached the king. He postulated, "Your lordship, the life of a person is both limited and uncertain. The princes are teenagers now. Any formal education, to start with grammar and languages, will take too long to bear any fruit. We wish for an abridged teaching of disciplines by separating wheat from chaff, just like a swan who drinks milk but leaves water behind." He continued, "A great teacher by the name Vishnu Sharma resides in your city, a master in all subjects. He holds great respect among his students. We would advise to hand over the princes to him for education." King Amar Shakti agreed. He invited Mahapandit Vishnu Sharma with great reverence and respect. He requested, "O noble sage, please bestow my children with the knowledge of statecraft. In return, I will give you 100 villages." The great teacher gave a stern response, "I do not trade in knowledge, my lord. Certainly, I will not sell my knowledge for counted villages, but I promise that within 6 months I will let your children become profound in philosophy and statecraft. And shall I fail?" Great Master Vishnu Sharma vowed, "Let the Supreme God empty me of all my knowledge." Everyone was stunned at the promise being made. For the subject to be entertained, for the student to be enrolled, for the timeline that was set. The deal was made and the tasks were pending. With no time lost, the king took the ceremonial blessing from gods and handed over the subjects to Grand Master. With princes following him, Vishnu Sharma reached his home. And just as he promised for education in 6 months, he created a fascinating treatise. It had 5 sections. 1. Differences in friendship. 2. On benefits of friends. 3. Wars and treaties. 4. How not to lose the gains. 5. Taking care of untested path. And hence it was named Panchatantra or the 5 frameworks. With many allegories picked up from folk tales, the princes studied under the master's aegis and soon turned from unscrupulous teenagers to masters of statecraft befitting their princedom. Chapter 1, Story 1. In a city named Mahilaropya lived a businessman by the name of Vardhaman. He had earned sufficient money with righteous behavior, but the satisfaction had eluded him. He wanted to earn more. There are 6 ways to earn money. First, charity. Second, service. Third, farm. Fourth, knowledge. Fifth, finance. Sixth, business. Of these, Vardhaman thought of businesses as the best option for accumulating wealth, but there are many types of business. Thinking that importing goods might be the best for him, he decided to leave the city for once toward Mathura in the north. He got a cart ready to be pulled by 2 strong bulls. Their name was Sanjeevak and Nandak. But as fate would have it, when he reached near Yamuna, the legs of Sanjeevak got stuck in the muddy swamp. Trying in vain to get him out, his leg broke. For 3 days, Vardhaman waited for Sanjeevak to recover. Finally, his charioteer exclaimed, "Sir, the jungle is the residence of many wild animals, and there is no protection from them. Sanjeevak will take time to recover, and it is inadvisable to risk the lives of everyone for this beast." Vardhaman agreed. With armed security left behind for Sanjeevak, he proceeded further. But the security prioritized their own safety over their master's affection for the bull and left after 2 days. "O master, Sanjeevak died and had been cremated," lied the security man to Vardhaman. Vardhaman was sad but could do pretty little by now. Back at the Yamuna bank with a clean atmosphere, Sanjeevak recovered. The tip of grass on banks is quite healthy for animals, is stronger and healthier than before, and without a responsibility, he would spend all day hitting his horns against the bank, roaring like an intoxicated beast, playing with his long horns entangled in the bushes nearby. One day, a lion named Pinglak went there to drink some water. From a distance, he heard the loud roar of Sanjeevak. He panicked a bit and hid in bushes at this unseen occurrence. The lion was accompanied with 2 wolves, Kartak and Damnak, who always used to follow the lion. Having missed the roar of bull, but seeing their master being terrified, threw them into a surprise of life. For it is not daily that you see the king of jungle hiding in the bushes. Damnak remarked to his friend, "Our master is king of the jungle. The dreadful lion is feared by all the animals. But today, look how he lost his composure. Despite his thirst, he could not even dare to reach the bank. Oh, friend, what could it be? Kartak was more resigned. Be it any reason, it is imprudent to interfere in matters not your own. What could it bring other than a state resembling the painful death of the monkey who interfered in others' job just for curiosity? Damnak could not resist. Pray tell the story.